Hey, today we're going to talk about research tools with AI. Sometimes we need information that is accurate and complete and comprehensive. And for that, we know that sometimes the main tools like ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, and Perplexity, they can make things up and not be entirely accurate. So there's a whole new category of tools called research tools that are designed specifically for that. I want to show you a few and then I'll tell you what I think about them and where they're going. I'm going to show you examples from three categories: tax, law, and health. And as usual, I'm not recommending these tools. I'm just using them to show you what it looks like. This one is Luna from Empathetic AI, and I asked a tax question about Airbnb income and whether it's accessible and what deductions can be made. And it brings the result in nice format, so it shows us facts and circumstances, relevant legislative provisions or law, and then private rulings, case law, and reasons for decision, conclusion summary, and references. Pretty nice. Another one is Cassandra Tax. I asked exactly the same question, and it came back with a slightly different format. Accessible income, claimable deductions. It went into a lot more detail about the specific deductions, but I can't find the references, so that's a bit harder. Another one is Sana Legal, so that's a legal one, and I asked a legal question here. It comes back with all the relevant information. They come from the same company as Cassandra, and the interesting thing about them is that they offer a whole long list of different countries that you have access to. Law Cyborg is quite popular in New Zealand, both for accountants and lawyers. And Consensus is the one I hear the most about for health. So I asked here an optometry question, and it comes back with how much information it found that suggests that the answer is yes, how much possibly, how much mixed, and how much no. So it didn't come with a yes-no answer, but a percentage kind of thing. And all the references are built in and color-coded, which is really nice. I could ask the same questions of ChatGPT, Perplexity, Copilot, or Gemini. Why do I need specialized research tools? Well, they're promising us two things. They're promising up-to-date information, the latest legislation, the latest case laws, the latest research, academic research, and they promise us accuracy, no hallucinations, which is really nice, isn't it? How can they achieve better accuracy? They're using the same models behind the scenes. Well, they're employing all sorts of techniques, like asking the same question a few times and comparing the results, or asking multiple engines and comparing the results, limiting the engine to only answer from the database and not allowed to answer from other things, getting it to check itself. There's all sorts of techniques that we know now that improve accuracy, and they're not promising 100% either, but they're getting better results than the general models. So will we need them in the end? How will we choose between them? Let me tell you what I think. Well, I think that they will all align to the same level of, yes, latest information up to date, yes, accuracy, yes, security. And the reason to choose this one or that one will be the whole product experience. What integrations it has. Can it learn my templates? How nicely does it show the information, and how easy it is for me to then see their sources and verify everything? That's what's going to make the difference between them. Should you go and get one? I think this is the next category to mature. It is something to start looking at. These tools are no longer just noise and hype and shiny objects. They're not mature, but they're definitely worth having a play with, to develop a sense for them and to see when one of them becomes something you really want to use. And if you want to talk about these things in person, join me in the AI Bootcamp at the end of July in Melbourne. We're going to go through prompting techniques, tools to use and not to use, and tools to use for free or not for free. And we look at automations and building AI agents. And we're going to have conversations and fun and be in a community that learns together. And then we're going to stay as an online group together to keep learning from each other. It's going to be beautiful, fun, and full of love.